मैंने कहा पता नहीं क्या हो गया।
हमारी गलती नहीं कुछ। बहुत ही गलत। हेलो। तो क्या स्टार्टिंग से करवाऊँ ना, जहाँ छोड़ा है वहाँ से स्टार्ट करवाऊँ? 12:10 तक नहीं, 12:10 तक कैसे ले लूँगा? 12:15 तक तो ऐसे ही होता है हमारा। 12:20 तक ले लेंगे। स्टार्टिंग से स्टार्ट करना, थोड़ा कॉम्प्रेस कर देना बीच में।
10 मिनट तो कर दिया हमने। चलो देखते हैं मुझे क्या पता। Good morning, learners and viewers. Welcome to the session of Business Communication, MMPC 007. Today we will be talking about Unit 12 to 15, and we will start with Unit 12, that is Communication for Employment. I will be continuing it from where I left in my last session. Today we will talk about interviews. Interview refers to a formal, in-depth conversation between two or more persons wherein the exchange of information takes place with a view of checking a candidate's acceptability for the job. Interviews are considered to be the most practical way to understand the personality traits of the interviewee. There are various ways in which the interviewers can assess the candidates. He or she may ask technical or subject based questions to check the technical acumen of the candidate. Certain HR based questions can be asked to check the behavioral skills of the candidate. The time range of an interview is a subjective matter. The interview may be 5 minutes long, or 1 hour, or even more. Sometimes the candidate is selected in 5 minutes, and sometimes a candidate is even rejected even after a hour-long interview. It all depends on how clearly and confidently the candidate creates the impression in the mind of the interviewer. There are two types. Basically, there are many types of interviews, but we will be discussing about five or six as such. The first one is screening of or telephonic interview. Second one is personal interview. Third one is behavioral based interview. This interview method goes much deeper than the usual interview method. It requires thorough preparation of concrete examples that demonstrate candidates' attributes to key areas such as teamwork, problem solving, abilities, creativity, flexibility, and organizational strength. Fourth one is task-based interviews or tests. These types of interviews are designed to be creative and analytical in solving problems across various tasks or assignments. It may include a short test to assess the candidate's technical knowledge and skills. Stress interview. This interview method is rare, and the interviewer prompts to see a candidate's reaction. The point is to highlight a candidate's weakness and see how they react under pressure. Tactics can change from constant interruptions and weird silence to challenging questions which can push the candidate over the edge. Then is management based interviews. In this interview, certain management based situations can be given to the candidates and the managerial skills can be assessed. Focused interview. For certain specialized jobs, the analytical approach of the candidate may be assessed. Certain situations of a life profile may be given to the candidates. These types of interviews are very focused as they specifically check the aptitude of the candidate by putting them across the daily challenges which they would face in their day to day work. What is a process of an interview? The process of an interview is a multi stage process and takes place to hire new employees. There are certain steps involved in the interview process. They are job description, advertising the job, screening, scheduling interview, preliminary interview, personal interview, follow up, and hiring. Interview is in itself is not the only step in the whole process. It starts with designing the job description, which gives the details of the qualification, attributes, and skills expected, etc. After finalizing the job description, the job is posted and the applications are invited. These applications are then screened and then interviews are scheduled. Applications are then screened and shortlisted. The shortlisted candidates are called for the preliminary round of interviews. After shortlisting is done, and then the final round of the interview is conducted. After this stage, the best candidate is hired. There is another part that is group discussion. Group discussion is not only about talking, not even about talking sense, but it is more than talking sense. It also includes practicing a candidate's intellectual capacities to thoroughly consider the subject, pay attention to the perspectives of the others, individuals, incorporating their perspective with the candidate's own, and assisting the GD with showing up a consistently intelligent answer for the issues being talked about. Debating and public talking are one to numerous correspondence circumstances through a GD is a many to numerous circumstance. To put it simply, in a GD, it is the perspective of the whole gathering that matters the most, unlike that of a debate or public speaking. What is the need of a group discussion? A group discussion estimates certain perspectives of the applicants that are generally hard to recognize and tedious to evaluate. Various individuals who can impart their thoughts well and examine successfully with others in a coordinated circumstances become silent in a GD. In any GD, the individuals ought to have the tolerance and ability to pay attention to the perspectives of different individuals from the gathering. A GD is in the manner utilized reliably by selectors to survey whether the applicant has those skills required by the organization or not. What are the types of group discussions? Group discussions can be divided into three broad categories based upon the topic issues given for the discussion. They are topic based group discussions, case based group discussions, and the third one is article based group discussion. In topic based group discussion, they are the simple information based topics are given and non knowledge based topics are given. In case based group discussions, in such discussions, a hypothetical situation or a situation from a real life is given, which is floated to the group. The group is then asked to discuss the situation and try to interpret it and analyze the situation. This type of GD is used to assess the analytical ability of the candidate. Next one is article based group discussion. Here, this covers a wide range of areas. It can be current affairs, politics, economics and technology, etc. The participants are given 4 to 5 minutes to read the article and are then asked to hold a regular group discussion of around 10 to 15 minutes on that article. Group discussions are important as they help the recruiters to assess the problem solving and analytical abilities of the candidates. Offer letter. An offer letter is a part of formal business communication. It is usually written by an organization which promises to offer a job, placement, internship, part time job. to any selected candidate. The offer letters are usually written by HR department of an organization. The offer letter, as the name suggests, offers the complete information of the job. The profile being offered, it consists of the terms and condition of the employment, that is the salary package being offered, tenure of bond, if any, details of incentive based upon the performance, joining date, entry and exit policy of the organization, medical insurances, earned and casual leaves, etc. A professionally written offer letter must be transparent, which means that the terms and conditions of the employment should be clearly written without any hidden information. The terms and conditions should be easily understood by the reader as well. The offer letter is of significance because in case if the employee leaves the organization untimely or is caught in any malicious act, then at the time the terms and condition of the offer letters can act as an important point of reference. Now we move on to Unit 13, which is related to technology and communication. Information technology has changed the way of every business operations, from designing the product to managing the logistics and supply chain. Today, information technology is imparting the business very rapidly. Instant flow of information and messages has become the lifeline of effective and timely decision making. Today, it is easier to be connected to all the stakeholders of the business with the help of information, communication, and technology, that is ICT. Internet and intranet. Internet is an open field and there is no central administration to it. TCP/IP protocol is the prime operating agent for the internet used by the connected networks, which may also involve another protocol like HTTP, FTP, and SMTP. There are other protocols which have been used since the genesis of the internet, such as Telnet, FTP, it is File Transfer Protocol, Internet Relay Chat, Gopher, Usenet News, WWW, that is World Wide Web. Emails are the most important development when we talk about the internet. Internet has the following features. It is a global system. It is a public network. The information is accessible. It has large number of users. It is less secure. It is not regulated and it has high traffic. Intranet. As we know that intranet is a private computer network, but in order to operate, it has to use internet protocols, network connectivity to access, communicate and share vital information within the virtual boundaries of an organization. Intranet uses the same client server model running on the TCP/IP protocol, which is identical to an internet. The features of intranet are it is a private network, only the users have access. It is more secure network. It has limited users and the traffic is limited. The comparison between internet and intranet, meaning it connects various networks of computers together. Accessibility, it can be easily accessible by anyone. Safety, it is prone to cyber attacks. Number of users, unlimited. Visitors traffic, high. Network type, public network. And information provided is unlimited. If we talk of the intranet, it is a vital part of internet which is privately owned by a particular organization. Who can access? Only the employees, members of the organization can access with their login details. Safety, no doubt. As its function within the organization, it is much more safer. Limited users can access, only the organization's employees, personnel can use it. Visitor traffic low. private network, and the information provided is related to the organization only. Multimedia presentation. Presentation is an important part of organization. Proper, systematic, lively presentations can leave deep, long lasting impacts in the minds of the clients, team, and all the stakeholders, directly or indirectly involved in a business. PowerPoint presentations are no doubt effective, but multimedia softwares have securely developed an edge over these in due course of time. The simple reason is multimedia presentations are equipped with different tools and features which can leave the audience totally fascinated. For corporates, time is the most important resource. Organizations wish to establish strong impact right away in the first meeting or first conversation with their stakeholders. Organizations use multimedia presentations in trade shows, displays, demonstrate the functions of their product with the help of presentation softwares. List of the commonly used tools included in multimedia presentation, that is text, images, video, sound, GIFs, animation, charts, transitions, narrations, and sound effects. The features of frequently used multimedia presentation software are: first one is Fosky, that is http://focusky.com. Focusky is an open source presentation software that is highly recommended for multimedia presentations for organizations. This tool helps in creating beautiful animated presentations and can make the communication highly effective. With the help of Focusky, effective presentations can be designed for educational purpose, business presentations in meetings, technology, fashions, and other sectors as well. Second one is Adobe Premiere. Adobe Premiere is an effective presentation software for fabricating deep impact video presentations. Today, video editing software is being explored by the creative teams in an organization. Any type of media can be edited in its native format, and a professional presentation can be made, which can be used for films, TV, and web. Third one is reveals.js. If someone is looking for multi-touch presentations, then reveals.js is the answer, which is one of the most popular open source. This tool helps in developing, deploying, and measuring interactive digital experience. Fourth one, LibreOffice. This video-based, Windows-based platform is one of the favorite choices for commercial settings and educational purpose. Fifth one is video presentation software. This is the presentation software which can help you develop stimulating high definition whiteboard style animation video presentations without the knowledge of design or a technical acumen. Information and communication technology, in short, it is ICT. This term ICT refers to all the technologies and services involved in computing, data protocol management, telecommunications, and the internet. ICT aims to provide never and more innovative ways of people to interact, network, gain access to information, excel, and learn all at the same time. Information and communication technology now has a significant economic impact. What is the importance of ICT? ICT and e-commerce. The ICT infrastructure that formerly drove simple credit or debit card transactions and centralized record keeping for commercial organizations continue to expand in retail and other customer facing environments. And e commerce now merges with the shopping experience itself. Consumers can now shop for goods and services online, from the convenience of their own homes. Using database technology and shopper-friendly websites or applications, today consumers may shop for goods and services online from the comfort of their homes or on their mobile phones. And cutting edge technologies like augmented reality AR, virtual reality VR, and artificial intelligence AI are allowing potential customers to have quick, interactive access to product information and even try them out. ICT and a new business. E-commerce and the expansion of ICT has brought considerable changes to how commercial organizations function behind the scene. In addition to a new route for purchasing and new means of showing and promoting goods, mobile devices and real-time communication combined with developments in data analytics and artificial intelligence enables retail salespeople to work more efficiently. Manufacturing innovations. ICT is a useful support mechanism in the manufacturing sector, capable of making design and production more robust, effective, and efficient through the use of computer-based precision engineering, visualized systems, and computer simulation. New methods of manufacturing. ICT is a useful support mechanism in the manufacturing sector, capable of making designs and production more robust, effective, and efficient through the use of computer based precision engineering, visualized systems, and computer simulation. Customer feedback loops. Customer feedback loops and data analytics are more both powered by information and communication technology. Both of these factors enable manufacturers to strengthen their relationships with customers while also adding value to the products they create through customization. Reduction in network latency. As the fourth industrial revolution or Industry 4.0 progresses, new communication technologies such as 5G will reduce network latency, increase bandwidth, and increase manufacturers' capacity for real-time and near real-time response. ICT and advancement in healthcare system. Information and communication technology has developed a variety of applications in the healthcare sector. These applications have tremendously affected domain of patient care, public health, operating costs, and traditional bureaucracy linked with the medical profession and real life science. Electronic health records. This allows healthcare workers to enter patient data into a centralized digital system that is accessible to relevant stakeholders such as medical personnel, pharmacies, and insurers. Systems can be configured with the alerts and integrated with user authentication and security policies to allow patients access to their health information. Education's ubiquity and universal accessibility. ICT facilitates electronic learning, also known as e-learning, by combining database technology with communications and interactive programming techniques. Individuals and organizations can participate in vocational or special interest training courses. Information and communication technology in schools and colleges provides students with engaging, interactive, and self-paced learning methods that increase their independence and involvement in the learning process, while also increasing their levels of digital literacy. Information and communication technology in schools and colleges provides students with engaging, interactive, and self-paced learning methods. ICT and environmental impact. With sustainability and environmental stewardship high on the priority list for individual consumers, governments, and organizations, information and communication technology presents a two sided argument. On the one hand, while ICT is esteemed to contribute 2 to 5% of global greenhouse gas emissions, these technologies also help to reduce emissions. Aside from the physical benefits of less reliance on paper based documentation, ICT aids in monitoring climate change, mitigating and adapting to its effects, and easing the transition to a green and circular economy. Virtual meetings. A virtual meeting is when people in different departments, divisions, sections interface simultaneously utilizing innovations to achieve a common objective. Virtual meetings in general are easy to execute and do not require as much planning time as an offline meeting does. Virtual meeting can run successfully if planned well in advance. What is the significance of virtual meetings? Interaction with colleagues at distance. Virtual meetings provide a unique platform to connect with those teammates who are based distantly or at various workplaces. Without the choice of virtual meetings, it would be extremely difficult to discuss adequately with them. They help in constant discussions and critical thinking of certain issues, which an email cannot. Meeting with clients or customers. Virtual meetings have now become a new normal when there is a need to discuss the matters of importance with clients or address customers. Saves cost and time. It is effective way to save cost and time of the organization. What are the platforms for virtual meeting? In a business setup, meetings are organized throughout the year. Every meeting has a different agenda, different participants, and different setups. Some participants will attend the meeting, some may like to see the recording of the meeting later. Therefore, the organizer of the meeting has to look into various options before choosing the right platform for virtual meetings. Organizing a virtual meeting is not complicated, but there are some key parameters to be kept in mind while choosing the right virtual meeting platform. There are option to record the meetings, chat option, synchronize the meeting information with calendar, features to customize meeting rooms, and option to modify records. Why to make a virtual meeting productive? Once the right platform is chosen, it is then important to try and make the meetings as productive as possible. This requires proper planning with agenda items in place beforehand. List of some do's which will help in making the virtual meetings productive. Define the objective of the meeting. Decide clearly who is driving the discussion. Maintaining virtual gathering decorum. Select the options for choosing the appropriate questions. Establish connect with the audience on one-to-one basis and keeping virtual participants on task. What are the advantages of virtual meeting? Virtual meeting have many benefits over offline meetings. These are harmless to the ecosystem, low cost, and association with remote participants. Virtual meetings, therefore, are one of the constructive ways when we talk about the relationship of technology with communication. Teleconferencing, the way to connect two or more people using telecommunication services who may be evenly spread out in different locations so that Any meeting or communication channel can be established with them. Today's technology has equipped us with a variety of teleconferencing features that fosters fast communication and allows user to collaborate, coordinate, and cooperate from the remote locations. What are the benefits of teleconferencing? There are multiple benefits of teleconferencing that every business can reap. Profit maximization and reducing cost have to be balanced simultaneously. Thus, relying upon teleconferencing certainly helps businesses in certain ways. That include saves time, saves money, increases productivity, scope for face-to-face conversation with a video conference, fastening up the decision-making process, fosters collaboration and develop professional work culture. Now the thing is how to set up a teleconference call. Setting up a teleconference call with your team members or colleague is quite easy. You just need to go through the following steps. Select a conference provider, which typically involves selecting a specific teleconferencing software provider. Then you have to create a user account. The information of the teleconferencing call should be text or emailed to the team members and to suggest and to guest who wishes to attend the call. The details usually include a phone number or web access code, time, and date. Teleconference etiquettes. Clients, business partners, stakeholders expect certain professional etiquettes during business parlance. Some of the key etiquettes during teleconference are as follows. Respect the time element, that is beyond time. Eliminate all the distractions and background noise which may disturb the decorum of the meeting. Do professionally introduce yourself after joining the call. Wear proper dress attire as your clothes speaks a lot about your personality. Do not eat anything during the teleconference and do not override others' point. Be a patient listener as well. Video conference. Apart from teleconferencing services, various organizations and business units often use video conference to organize webinars, meetings, and various online events. Video teleconference is an advanced tool of communication. It is an audio plus visual experience that empowers the users to communicate with each other and see each other in real time. Various expenses like the cost of transportation, traveling, and various operational expenses are all curtailed. Audio conferencing. Audio conferencing is a typical telephone conference call that has been practiced for a long time now. During an audio conference, the attendees have to generally make a call to a specific number, dial in the code, and join the telephone call. An audio conference is a good tool to organize meetings, announcements regarding any new rule, changes in the policy, information about new products, etc. The only drawback of audio conferencing is does not offer any video conference equipment. The list of general paraphernalia needed for a video conference sessions is as follows: a desktop, tab or a laptop, a separate webcam in case of no built front camera in computer, a microphone, a high quality headset to remove the background noise, any authentic and good quality video conferencing software. Messaging tools. Instant messaging tools are real-time online conversations tools that aids in connecting two or more people. They provide the best platform not only for messaging but also facilitate smooth exchange of text, audio, files and contents, and video communication. Instant managing tools can help a business in various ways, such as connecting with customers and clients, effective in generating new ideas in business, aids in providing quick live chat solutions and suggestions to the client. Features of messaging tools for external communication. There are various messaging tools which are used for external business communication. Some are free of cost, and some are specially designed to communicate within the organizations. Some of them are texting, group chats, file sharing, voice and video calls, setting up promotional message to attract new clients. The third one is enhancing customer support through live chat solutions. Messenger service allows the businesses to explore the power of instant messaging. New users can be directly brought in the conversation in Messenger through scanned codes. Many Messenger apps have ad auction features which can fetch a considerable revenue for ad campaigns. Some messaging apps have unique features like bots, secret chats, subgroups, and facilities to send up files up to 1.5 GB. What are the features of messaging tools for internal communication? There are many messaging tools which provide a more secure platform for real time internal team communication. Many apps offer free premium plans or free trial periods, so the best option can be chosen. These apps help in building a strong team. It offers an internal team chat along with flexible business solution features like dynamic productivity, tools aligned with robust security, and strong administrative control.
تعامل
Voice and video calls,
المدربين
screen
مع
sharing, whiteboard
الإصابات
solutions
ومع
for
كل
smooth
تشكيل
communication,
يقع
and
إفهامه.
collaboration with leaders.
الأرجنتين تخسر بين
Broadcast
تعامل
message, which helps
المدربين
in targeting
مع
listening,
الإصابات ومع كل تشكيل
facility
يقع
of
إفهامه.
unlimited file transfer,
الأرجنتين تخسر ضد
customized
المملكة
chat
العربية
features,
السعودية وتعود
accessibility of
للبعيد
all servers
أين
at one
تعامل
interface,
المدربين
and capacity
مع
to
الإصابات
send
ومن
messages.
تعامل
New
المدربين
media
مع
education.
الإصابات
Media
ومع
plays
كل
an
تشكيل
important role in
يقع
communication.
إفهامه.
It can
الأرجنتين
be
تخسر
rich
ضد
or weak.
المملكة
The
العربية
media
السعودية
richness theory
وتعود
was developed by
للبعيد
Richard
وتبقى
Eldner
أين
and
تعامل
Robert H. Hegel
المدربين
in
مع
1980.
الإصابات ومع
Communication
كل
media
تشكيل
is
يقع
characterized by
إفهامه.
its ability to
الأرجنتين
carry
تخسر ضد
and
المملكة العربية
reproduce
السعودية
information
وتعود
sent over
للبعيد
the
وتبقى
available
أين تعامل
communication channels.
المدربين
Media
مع
richness theory
الإصابات
defines
ومع كل
different
تشكيل
communications
يقع
on the
إفهامه.
basis of their ability
الأرجنتين تخسر
to
ضد
carry
المملكة العربية
information,
السعودية
ranging from
وتعود
low,
للبعيد
that is
وتبقى
lead,
أين
to high,
تعامل
that is rich.
المدربين
Lead information has very less with a low impact. Example of very media email helps us quickly local and body language movement. The visual media is for reading and face-to-face interaction. Tradition has been started and the business this media that has become important for organizations to activate buyers to draw their attention with unique contents. Rich media helps in this part in the form of advertisements. It helps the organizations showcasing their products through unconventional and innovative ideas. Due to various reasons, rich media is an effective tool for promotions, and the advantages of rich media are long association, track capacity, increased interaction rate. Rich media ads can be measured. Social media management. Social media management is a well organized process of carefully analyzing social media audience and developing a methodology strategy as per the requirement. Social media management includes designing of social media pages and contents, monitoring the flow of online conversations and their impact, offering community service, and measuring and reporting on social media performance. Different brands are exploring the social media platform for new brand launches, connecting to their target audience, increasing brand awareness, and affecting the positioning of the product as per the need of the customer. Many organizations all over the world are now hiring social media experts who are solely dedicated to design and increase the visibility of the brands and products on social media platforms. Understanding the taste, preference, likes, and dislikes of the customer can all be effectively measured and monitored with the help of social media platforms. The advantage of social media platforms is consistent connectivity with customers, effective management of multiple social pages, effective management of customized customer relationships, presenting reports to stakeholders, and streamlining strong team collaborations. Managing social media profile. The way social media profiles are created, they can have a tremendous impact on an individual or a business. Effective social media profiles can attract a good number of visitors to the created page. Let us explore the ways which we should keep in mind while creating an effective social media profile. Avoid creating a personal profile for business purpose. Publishing mishaps with page roles are to be avoided. Include a recognizable profile picture. Select a captivating cover page, a cover photo. Include a call to action button. Fill the About section with basic information and add organization's milestones. Decide the perfect timing and recurrence for the posts and use focused messaging tools. Now, we move on to Unit 14, which is cross cultural communication. Culture has a complicated manifestation, especially with the world consisting of nationalities exhibiting cultures that lie on extreme of the quantum of measuring cultures. The changing norms of the operations workplace have spread to accommodate remote teams operating in different parts of the globe, catering to a culturally diverse customer base and handling suppliers bases from wide ranging locations. Cultura, the Latin word meaning care of body, predominantly mind, in the source of the present world culture. Culture is a complex compilation of benefits, customs, law, knowledge, tradition, etc. that a human being acquires while being a member of a particular society. Culture has a significant impact on our attitudes and actions, not only how we behave, but how we expect others to behave. For simplicity, we will use an operational definition which defines culture as inherent core values of a society promulgated through social interaction and teachings. What are the characteristics of culture? There are certain characteristics of culture which defines it, and they are acquired stability, common yet different, collective, differentiator, value system, intellectual. Theories of culture. Culture is based on how it is perceived. There are commonly three theoretical perspectives in the context of which culture is visualized. That is functionalism, conflict theory, and symbiotic interactionism. Functionalist view. Functionalism refers to the perspective of viewing culture as a mode of smoothing the function of the society. Society is a system with which its parts working in tandem with each other to create a whole system. Culture offers a bonding to this system. It creates a synergy amongst members of the society and offers a guide for making appropriate choices. Culture also facilitates in classifying the importance laid on various material and non-material aspects of the society. Conflict view. This view suggests that society is constituted of individuals who can be classified on the basis of gender, class, race, age, etc. And hence, there is an inequality that is created. According to this view, culture creates a demarcation, sometimes a discrimination for some people because of their value system. Culture in this case operates as a norm, formal or informal, which benefits some people and hurts others. Hence, cultural diversity derived due to this delineation could be based on several fronts, for instance, racism, gender bias, etc. Symbolic view. The proponents of the symbolic view assume culture to be based on the interpretation that people lay on the conversation they initiate. Thus, this view emphasizes face to face to one to one conversation more while reducing culture. It is suggested that culture evolves with conversation and thus is highly malleable and dynamic. It is interpreted as per the symbolism aligned with it. The people represent objects, individuals, and environment during their conversation and culture develop product of the same. Cross-cultural communication. What is its definition? It is the study of understanding the differences and similarities of different cultural groups so as to effectively participate within an organization. Or, in other words, it refers to the adaptation done by the people from different cultural backgrounds to make the communication effective. It is very important to understand the influence of cultural factors in a workplace in the present competitive environment. What is the need of cross-cultural communication? Why it is necessary? It is important for the organization to understand the communication patterns of the employees and the stakeholders to be successful in any business. The ability to adapt, irrespective of cultural values, makes a lot of difference while communicating with the individuals or groups from varied cultural backgrounds. The transmission of knowledge and the behavioral plays an important role. What are the elements of cross-cultural communication? Many organizations which go through the process of mergers and acquisition across the globe face the communication gap due to cultural differences. Culture is deeply ingrained in the system. Culture is something which creates a sense of security. It is therefore becomes pertinent to understand some basic elements of cross-cultural communication. These are awareness, preparation, language, humor, and openness. The understanding of five elements of cross-cultural communication helps in building a strong and competitive organization. Organizations that are culturally competent have policies, strategies, and systems in place to promote and encourage effective cross-cultural interaction in all aspects of human relation, including recruitment, hiring, and retention. Table below presents a comparison among four different cultures on the basis of their business network and relationship. New Zealand and Africa have an egalitarian culture where everyone is seen as equal. Communication strategies are not power centric. Contrary to this are India and China, where the relationships are power centric, and while handling business, communication should be designed to route as per the flow of power. Prevalence of collectivism in the Indian and Chinese culture is represented through the sentiments of a group and thereby resulting in interdependent communication as compared to an independent communication in individualistic cultures. New Zealand and South Africa are monochronic since they aim and achieve the single objective of achieving business transactions as compared to their counterparts who are polychronic and intend to align relationship goals during business transactions. That is, here we can see how they are all unique in their own way. We are talking about comparison of four cultures across developing business networks and relationships. Cross-cultural communication barriers. Observation and interpretation are distinct when viewed in reference to cross-cultural communication. Barriers in cross-cultural communication can be classified under five heads. These are language barriers, non-verbal communication, stereotypes, cultural bias, and anxiety. Language barrier, the knowledge of language is way more than just vocabulary and grammar. Your competence in language extends to acquiring the ability to know what need to be said and when it need to be said, how to frame it and why not to say it. Non-verbal communication. This forms an inevitable co-partner of verbal communication. This includes your gestures, postures, and demeanor, which elevates the language and sometimes replaces words. During cross cultural communication, it is best to observe non-verbal communication that is prevalent. One should be aware of those gestures or postures that may be natural to them but may be considered offensive in the other cultures. For example, crossing of legs or pointing of index finger is treated as insult in some cultures. Stereotypes. It is preconceiving interpretation about people belonging to certain cultures. For example, if we assume that citizens of one country are aggressive and unfriendly, we will interpret all their verbal and non-verbal communications in that way only. Cultural bias. This deals with the predisposition of assessed behavior of individuals belonging to other cultures. There could be a propensity to assess behavior as good or bad. Cultural bias is an integral barrier of cross-cultural communication. We tend to compare amongst culture, primarily our own culture. The ideal thing to do in such a situation is to remove all preconceived notions and become aware of others' culture. Anxiety. While communicating with individuals of another culture, most people experience anxiety. The unfamiliar experience causes stress. This anxiety and stress mounts further in case knowledge of the other culture is minimal. Accommodating the uncertainty of cross-cultural situation and maintaining scope of mistakes will help reduce anxiety. Now, how to overcome cross-cultural communication barriers? As stands, this cross-cultural communication stands as a process which not only determines, identifies, and addresses differences, but also similarities amongst culture groups so as to effectively engage within a given context. It is more about adjustments that individuals belong to different cultures, backgrounds, make in order to make improved interpersonal and intergroup communication. We will stop over here.